On Tuesday, October 17th, we received a call from a concerned parent that her 16-year-old son had been sexually assaulted by a Lyft driver. Through our investigation, we determined that this child was picked up from a high school outside of Davie and transported to his residence here in Davie. When they arrived at the home in Davie, there was a short conversation. The driver left the scene but returned a short time later. When the driver came back, he knocked on the door. They engaged in a conversation at the doorway. The driver was able to coerce his way to get into the residence. Once inside the residence, he forced the boy to perform oral sex on him. We were able to, through our investigation, identify this driver as Julio Perez, 11/3 of 1973, and we've subsequently made an arrest. Yesterday, on Wednesday, we were able to obtain a subpoena, which we served on Lyft, and they provided the driver information once they were served the subpoena. That is our concern, is that that there may be more victims out there that we ask to come forward. We're going to provide a picture of the suspect, and anybody that's had contact with him, if their child's been victimized, please let us know. Or if there's some type of concern, let us know.
YouTube, what's going on? Straight back again, hit you with a video. Now this video right here comes straight out of Florida, by no surprise. Well, we have a Lyft driver. Yes, a Lyft driver. You know those Ubers, those people that you can call instead of calling a taxi now. Basically decided to sexually assault a 16-year-old boy. No, this wasn't no woman that was driving the Lyft. It was a goddamn man driving the Lyft. Sexually assaulted a 16-year-old boy. Now, what kind of dirty bastard is this right here? Maybe that's why his ass driving Lyft. But I'm finna read this snippet from this story, and I'm gonna give my opinion, surely, as we go. A ride home from school turned horrific for a 16-year-old boy when his Lyft driver made his way into his Davie home and sexually assaulted him, police say. Pause. My question is, how in the hell did he make his way into the house? You see what I'm saying? I mean, didn't the boy get some kind of vibe from this guy that this guy might be sweet on the wrong, might be sweet on the low, without the, you know what I'm saying, putting it in your coffee? Something should have went off in this young man's head, but you know, I give him the benefit of the doubt. He's 16. Maybe he just thought the guy wanted a drink of water or something. Let's continue. After dropping off the team, the driver drove off in a red Nissan Sentra on Tuesday afternoon, but returned about 10 minutes later, like he forgot something. He knocked on the teen's door, spoke with him at the entrance, complimenting his appearance. The boy, fearing the driver would try to force his way to the house, allowed the man inside, police said. Number one, if the guy come back and he trying to compliment you on your appearance, you know what I'm saying? What he should have done was politely slide over there to that damn cell phone, or he might have an iPhone or a note, you know what I'm saying? 911 his ass real quick. You standing at the door, look on the side right here, or tell him hold on and go get a bucket of hot water or some hot grease and throw it on his ass or something right there. Or if he was to decide to come in there, have two butcher knives waiting right there to fillet his nasty ass. That's what should have happened right there, because number one, if he come back and he compliment you on your appearance and he done been gone for 10 minutes, something should have told this young man at 16, this ain't right. God wouldn't approve of this. Something should have said something to him. The driver made him perform a sex act on him, police said. The teen thought if he did not comply, something would happen to him, police said. Now, what sex acts was that? Oral sex. He made him get down and suck on his nasty ass penis. You know what I'm saying? I got to say it like that, because that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? And just imagine if that was your 16-year-old son. Just imagine if that was your child and this nasty bastard dropped him off, then come back. Then ask your son to perform oral sex on him. He need to be dealt with swiftly. They need to take it back to the old day where they tie him up, you know what I'm saying, to two horses. You know what I'm saying? Two arms to one horse, two legs to the other one. You know what I'm saying? And hit both of them horses on their ass and just tear his ass into pieces. Because this guy right here is one sick individual. You see what I'm saying? It would have been sick enough even if it was a 16-year-old girl. But the fact that it was a 16-year-old guy, and this guy right here was a guy himself, makes it even more nasty, if you want to know what I mean. This case brings attention to how traveling without an adult poses a potential risk to children using ride-hailing services such as Lyft and Uber, which I never use because I'm rolling. Both Lyft and Uber each says minors aren't allowed to ride in their drivers' cars unless they are accompanied by an adult. This kid wasn't, but it still happens. The boy in Tuesday case was a regular use of Lyft, thought it was not known if he knew the driver, police said. So he been using Lyft. So was it the same driver? You know what I'm saying? What really was said in the whole situation. That's why I want to know, because if he used Lyft every time, did he use this guy? Did he know of this guy also? Did they have any kind of dialogue before then, or was this just a random occurrence, if you will? Lyft did not say how drivers are supposed to check minors' ages, because they don't. In the David case, the boy's mother contacted police that night. Police arrested the Lyft driver, Julio C. Perez, 43. They finna deport his ass. Julio C. Perez, 43, you nasty old bastard, you, on suspicion of committing an unlawful sex act with a minor, but are concerned he may have harmed others. 2. They are asking anyone whose child may have been victimized to contact them. There's going to be all kinds of people coming out the woodwork. People that ain't even guilty. I mean, people that ain't even seen this guy going to come all out and start saying shit. Yeah, he dropped me off at the candy store to go get some damn now-laters and some damn jelly beans. But when I came back, he wanted to get between my legs. I ain't understand that. You know, and when you look at the picture on the guy, those sweet-ass lips, he like that. Like that, you gotta be careful when you see them guys like that. You see what I'm saying? They up to something right there, and they ready to put them lips probably on your ass. You feel what I'm saying? If you let them on your child. Now, what often happens in these cases is they may drive for Lyft, but they may also drive for some other agency or some other company. Davie Police Captain Dale Ingle said of people who work for ride-hailing services, the confidence Perez displayed in returning to the residence leads us to believe there may be other victims out there, and I'm sure it's a lot. Davie's police investigation was briefly stalled until Lyft responded to a subpoena and provided information about the driver, Ingle said. They weren't going to just give the information out. Kate Morgales, a Lyft corporate communications spokeswoman, said the company is in contact with police and has offered its full assistance and cooperation. We are horrified by these allegations, Morgales said. We deactivated the driver as soon as this was reported and stand ready to support the passenger and his family. Morgales said under Lyft's terms of service, unaccompanied minors are not permitted on the platform. She said in an email, children are welcome to join adult passengers in a ride but are permitted to ride along in a Lyft vehicle. The spokeswoman couldn't be reached late Thursday to specify what age Lyft passengers must ride. And you have other cases where you had a guy basically attacked someone. He attacked this girl. He was working for Uber at a Boynton Beach somewhere. Some black guy attacked a girl when she wanted to get dropped off somewhere. She was a 14-year-old girl. And that guy right there was accused of sexual battery on a 14-year-old girl who was traveling alone to a relative's house. Then you have another guy who's basically was sexually assaulting a girl in Kissimmee and wanted her to perform some lewd acts. So this is not one person doing this. You have several different guys doing this type of things to these young teenagers. And also parents, you need to be careful when you sending your children on these trips. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than you sending them on a Greyhound damn bus some damn where. Anything can happen. Matter of fact, they'll be more safer on a Greyhound bus if it's one available, or if you can't drop them off or someone can't pick them up, then send them with these Lyft and these Uber drivers. Because if you one-on-one in a car with a person, what happened if that person all of a sudden decides to want to take advantage of you and drives off somewhere, lock the damn door? What, you gonna jump out the car? You gonna bust the window? What if you can't bust the window? What if you can't unlock the door? What if you can't jump out? You just gonna be up shit creek without a paddle, or less, or else you could be on a Greyhound bus where 40, 30 different people around you, and you damn sure ain't nothing gonna happen because there's cameras everywhere. So what they should do in these cars when these people start driving, this is what I say people should do. They should put cameras in these cars with GPS tracking. That way they can track these people. You see what I'm saying? 'Cause don't nobody want their son or daughter molested, by these grown ass, nasty ass men. These devils in disguise. And what these type of people do, they love to be around people, just like people that molest children and stuff. They love to be working at daycares and schools, because that's easier, and it's easier access to them to get to the prey. Just like a lion stalking a damn gazelle on the plains. What you gonna do? Are you gonna go around a bunch of other lions trying to get to the gazelle, or are you gonna try to have the gazelle off by itself, just like they do in these schools and these Lyft and these Uber cars? Also, when you can have a child one-on-one. It's just a different metaphor, but I hope you all catch that. But at the same time, they need to prosecute his ass. You see what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say they should cut his balls off, his penis off. I'm not gonna go that far like that. But what they should do is deal with these type of people who's out here committing these acts. Because you have people who really trying to get from point A to point B no matter where they're going. And it's not nobody's job to sit up here and take advantage of somebody's child. Because I know what the hell I would do if that was my son, you know. And then the fact that it was a man, not even a woman. I'd be pissed off if it was a woman. But the fact that it was another man, you know, that made my son perform oral sex on him. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. It's finna be some smoke in the city. It's finna go down like Young Jock used to say before he put on that dress. But anyway, let me know what you all think about this video right here also, because this is a mess, and we're hearing a lot about this all across the country, where you have these nasty ass bastards taking advantage of these young ass children. And parents, make sure your child have the cell phones on them, and also let them know the moment they enter that cell phone, call you. Even if you at work, take out time for your child. Even if you in the meeting, take out time for your child. Because what if you don't hear from your child no more? He get kidnapped, raped, or she get kidnapped or raped, you know what I'm saying? Killed. Then what? So the meeting wouldn't be important if you at work. Make sure they call you from the time they enter that car, and make sure they call you once they get dropped off. And that way you would know. And also, make sure they tell you the number of the car or the driver ID or whatever. That way you can identify these bastards. See, it's ways around this stuff that we can prevent a lot of this stuff. But anyway, you know any other ideas that we can use, or if you done been approached by somebody in a Lyft or a Uber car, chime in, let us know down below, and we can put the word out there. But if you like the video, make sure you hit that like. Like if you subscribe. Till next time, stay blessed, be careful. I'm out.